try to talk loud. So here we have our processing plant, where we have three main processes: separating the oil water, and then separating the H2S gas from the oil and the H2S gas from the water. On the back side over there, that corner is where all of our wells come in. That white plastic line, all three of them come in there.
The ETOT manifold.
To a big manifold that then separates. Simmer 2 goes to our IP, our intermediate pressure separator. Simmer 4 and 5 go through a heater, and then to our LP, our low pressure separator. Now, remember I said Simmer 4 and 5 were very low API, 15 to 18 degrees, very viscous. So we send it through a heater first to gain some heat to help the separation process.
Where are the heaters?
What's that?
Where are the heaters?
They're on the back side. We can't see them right now. We probably could. You want to travel there on the way out? Okay. We'll go to the back side and look after this. So as they go from the separators, then they go the next step. They combine into one line, and they go to this big vessel right here on the side. That's our electrostatic dehydrator.
So they combine in LP separator.
Yes.
Both wells.
Yes. All three wells. This right here is basically another separator. It does have an electrostatic grid to help separate the water even more. And as you go from each vessel, you are dropping in pressure. So at that point, you release gas as well. You flash off the gas. So from that dehydrator, then it goes into the next vessel, which is our desalter. That is where we inject fresh water into the oil stream to help remove the salt. So again, that's like a separator as well, with the electrostatic grid in there, and it's removing salt, and it's also dropping out more water and flashing off more gas. From the desalter, we go to this tall vessel. That is called our nitrogen oil stripper. Oil goes in the top, and all through there, there's trays with holes in them. We inject nitrogen from the bottom, and so the oil's trickling down, the nitrogen's coming up, and it's helping release more H2S gas, which then comes out the top and goes up to our flare. Now, once we get out of the nitrogen stripper, we've heated the oil through the process. So then it has to go through a heat exchanger. So it will shed some of the heat before we put it in those storage tanks. And maybe we can see that heat exchanger on the other side. Maybe not. But basically what you have is hot oil going through these tubes. They're surrounded by water, and then you have the water will take the heat off of those tubes and transfer it to the other tube with the colder oil. So it's kind of a heat preservation. We spend money on these generators to generate heat throughout this process, so you're burning diesel. It's costing more money. So the more heat you can save, the cheaper the process becomes. And so that's one of the big goals of this whole process. Conserving heat, saving heat, and using your heat that you get from the well efficiently. We can go to the other side. It's a little easier to hear. But any questions right here on what you see? You see the green machine? Those are our generators. Next to that is our nitrogen generation system. So for all of these vessels to work, for us to be able to separate the oil and gas and push them through to the next phase, you have to have pressure. If the well isn't giving you enough pressure, we use our nitrogen generation to pump nitrogen into these vessels to help maintain the pressure. Excuse me.
What was the name of this?
That is
right there.
Dehydrator. Electrostatic dehydrator. Behind those are our storage tanks. So each one of those tanks is 5,000 barrels.
So what's the other one? Backside.
Backside is our produced water tanks. Each one of those is 1,000 barrels. But when we go to the backside, you'll get a better view of all that, and we can explain the process more from the beginning. Any other questions right now? Yes, desalt. No desand. No desand. There's no real treatment we do to the water. All we do is separate it out. We do treat it for H2S with a H2S scavenger, but we just store it here, and then we take it to another well site and pump it back into the ground. We re-inject it.
What if it's high with H2S? Don't you have to...
It's very high with H2S. Well, we're recording up to 40,000 parts per million right now. It's extremely high. We've gotten it down to around 18,000, but it's still deadly. Very high, very corrosive, but
You don't run it through tripper?
no.
No.
We are in the process of engineering and building a produced water stripper that you speak of. That'll be capable to handle 2,500 barrels a day of water. At that point, we will be treating that produced water. It's just we haven't designed and built it yet. Okay. All right, let's pile in and make one more trip to the backside and.